That is right. We now have diamonds. Now, hopefully, I included the footage of me collecting these things in the starting time lapse of the video. But if I didn't, I found 17 diamonds off camera while I was also building this over here. And for some reason, it hasn't saved the progress I did. So, what have I done since the last episode of the Forever World? Well, as you can see, I think I've done this farm, this small little starting farm since then, and I have started working on the path that will lead from the house down towards the village that we'll build at a later date. And I had previously done lots of stuff on detailing on this path, but I think I've got to save it. So does that mean I've also not saved the book either? Oh, that is annoying. Right, so I did have a book that I'd written down loads of ideas for over what we're going to do with the Forever World over the next few episodes. Just all the ideas I had would all come together into one book, so we knew exactly what we were doing. But anyway, today I have a few goals that I want to do. I want to start off by building a nice farm next to the side of the house around here. And I also want to hopefully maybe go get some more diamonds. I don't think that's a necessity though. What I do want to do is expand the starter house by adding a tower next to it. And I think adding a tower could be very, very cool. So what my plan is have the house as here, then off this way a little bit, have a corridor that expands down here with a very cool wall that follows, and then have a circular tower that goes off upwards. And in that tower will be a starting storage system kind of idea. And I think it would be very, very cool. And I do have enough resources to do so. I do need to we'll get a lot more mangrove for it. But I do have the tuff to be able to do it, I believe. And I can go get some more because we've got quite a big supply of the stuff underground right now. So we're going to start off by building up the starting farm. And the way we've got to do that is by removing all of these trees. So which would hopefully give us enough resources to actually start building up the proper thing. So let's get started with destroying probably this tree here. I don't want to go too far. And probably this one here. So let's start off by getting rid of the oak. How did that generate? I've not broken that block. How did this generate? Anyway, let's get started with clearing out the area. Okay, so now we can see the land that we are working with, and I do want to make this all flat around this area and then have the farm come along this bit. And I don't know, I think we might keep this bit here because I don't really see any problem with this. We can leave this bit to be overgrown, put some detailing in on this side, and then level off all of that. And I also want this path to come through and have a secondary path come off this way into the farm, which will be fenced off, maybe. It will be fenced off to stop mobs from trampling it. And I will fence it off with probably spruce fences, but I'll also mix in some stone walls and lanterns, stuff like that to make it look really nice. But for now, we've got 23 dirt, so we're going to need to go get some more dirt, which we can do by excavating. Let's excavate over this way because we will be building the tower on this side of the house anyway. So you guys absolutely loved the first episode of Forever World. It's currently sitting at over 400 views. It's absolutely insane, and it is by far my best performing video ever. So that is why episode 2 is up so quickly. But I also absolutely love this world, and I love it so much. This is definitely the best start to a Minecraft world I've ever had. Now, I don't mean that in terms of like riches, because normally by this point, I think I'm on about day 20. I'll be working towards netherite by now. But obviously, taking the slower approach, as I said in the last episode, has actually made me more dedicated to the actual world. And also, of course, building this as a starter base really helped as well. And I do actually need to place some trapdoors along this side of the house just to add that little bit of detailing later on. And that is probably something I will do at a later date. Might do that off camera, just a little bit of detailing, maybe in one of the time lapses that comes up later in the episode. But let's just clear this out. We're going to have to clear quite a lot of land for this episode. So it will give us a lot of land to terraform with, a lot of dirt to terraform with. But it might also result in quite a lot of damage to our new diamond shovel, which is great. So when we're building the tower, I want the corridor hall to come out to about here, and the tower to start off the building quite a bit, and then we can have some sort of like maybe, or you maybe have another one that follows along and build some sort of courtyard in the back of this place later on. That could be really cool. That is just giving me an idea. Let me write that down in the book. Courtyard at the back of the house. Right, courtyard at the side of the house. That is actually a really good idea, and I'm going to make sure I save that. And obviously it is saved because it's going to be in this video. So right now that is going to remain as coarse, but once we level out this area, and I don't want it to look too horrendous, once we level it out and then till it, then it will go back to regular tilled dirt, which should be fine. Now, the main bit I want to fill in is this bit here. I do want it to come back out of the house a little bit, and it could actually follow the wall when we have the courtyard, because the courtyard will come out this way. So that means a lot of this mountain will have to be excavated as well. I think this might be a very good idea to have that courtyard. That's actually a really good idea. And then surround it by a large wheat field. Oh, this is going to be one of the best farms I've ever built in Minecraft. And do you know what else is really funny about me building this farm, guys? I'm going to build this one, and we're on, I don't know, because the day count reset when I used the replay mod, which was really annoying, and I'm not measuring days anymore. But the replay mod reset that, and we're probably on like around day 20, and I'm about to build this pretty large farm right next to my base inside of Emerald County, which for new viewers, if you don't know, is my main world, I'd say. The one I've been working on for the past 2 years. It's currently at nearly 2,000 days, and I have not built a farm yet. I built one on the Garden Island, I seem to remember, but that project has since been abandoned. It has been for well over a year now. So I haven't actually got a farm in my main 2,000 day world. I just go around and just kill and just get some food whenever I'm out. And I've got quite a lot left in the shulker box. But this is going to be a very nice looking farm. So I also want to expand the pathway out this way so we can start working on a new path to come outwards. Now, this might be pretty ugly terraforming for now. I don't really think it matters right now because obviously I'll make it all look really nice later on. And maybe we can add a few hills alongside it. I think what we can do is make it so it looks like there's a water feature coming out of the building, and that runs into the river system that will fertilize this entire area. So let's just get this all built up. We're going to want to remove any of this grass stuff. Obviously, this bit here is temporary, and we do already have an infinite water source there. And our next port of call would be probably... Oh, my voice is going. Would be probably to turn this to the right thing as well. And I do need to get rid of all this, because this is the gravel we're going to use for our pathways. So we can get rid of all this, And I don't know how far it's going to go. It's probably going to be expanded over time as we continue digging out this mountain. But for now, I think we just go out to here. Then it should be fine how it is. And just excavate that out of it. And then obviously we've got to clear all this as well. But what I want to do is start working on the way that the water is going to run through this up a bit first. And then I'm going to go down a block. And we're also going to continue the farm along this part as well. Just to add a little bit of layering to it. And this will be a really good start to a farm. So let's get rid of this bit here. Now, I do just want to say, I don't know if I'm going to keep these this texture pack on for a while, or shader pack, whatever you want to call it. I might get rid of it at a later date. I'm not too sure. But I don't think it's going to stick for the entire series, maybe. And I might keep it for just the cinematic shots. I'm going to go up there now, aren't I? But I do think we can keep it for a little bit, because it isn't quite the shader pack that I remember it being. I think I may have combined 2 in 1 on my main world. So that's why it doesn't quite look the same. And also, I need to turn the settings around a bit. Probably add a little bit of fog, or an immersive fog to it at a later date. So what we need to do is get rid of this and turn this all to dirt. Now, let's get this all set up. And then get the dirt in. And then we can start working out on where the rivers, not the rivers, the water system is going to run through this. So I have changed the texture pack a little bit. So now we have clouds. And I've also changed the fog a little bit just to add a little bit more realism to the entire thing. But anyway, I think we now have to start figuring out where the water is going to come from. And I think I want it to come from sort of like it looks like it comes out of the house, out from underneath the house, sort of running through like this. If we get this as far down as possible, and that is actually destroying the floor, so let's not go that far under. Yeah, I destroyed the floor, didn't it? Yeah, I did. Right, let's just fix that. I didn't actually detail this. I did detail this floor. God, I did that. Let's get the bucket back, and then we can start figuring out where it's going to go. Now, the rivers will be able to supply 4 across, I believe. So let's just dig this out. And I want it to look organic when it's flowing through. And also, we want it to be level. So what I've got to do is probably get another bucket to make this easier. But for now, we can place it there. Nope, there. And do this a couple of times just so hopefully we get an infinite water source. And once I destroy that bit, there we go. Okay, and then we just have to keep doing this until hopefully it levels out completely. So that did not level out at all. Now, I don't want it to actually connect to the farm to expand over to this bit here. I want this to be left how it is. So we want the farm to then go off probably this way. Let's make it just flow off in this direction. And then we're going to have it come through, probably in straight lines just to irrigate the rest of the area. And I think the straight lines we covered up with spruce slabs, maybe, which could make it look a little bit nicer. And there we go, that's now level. That's not quite, so get that level. Keep this coming all the way through. And hopefully it will start to look pretty nice. Now, I'm wondering if I should add a few mods to this world. And it won't be anything massive, but small quality of life mods. There is one that I know that I do want to add to this world, and that is the actions and stuff pack on the Minecraft Marketplace. Just because it makes everything feel a lot more realistic, and that is something I very much want to be able to get. So now let's expand this into our water system. So now we have the infinite water source in here. That's going to be annoying with chickens and stuff, so hopefully we can prevent them from spawning in. And now what we want to do is grab our hoe and start tilling all of this land along here. And I also need to figure out where it's going to end. So I think we're going to have it come to about here, probably. Have the farm come to about here. And that won't let me till, which is really annoying. So what I've got to do is replace this as dirt, and then it will let me do it. There we go. I don't understand why it won't let you till, of course. It is really annoying. But that is just a part of Minecraft that we're going to have to deal with. Now, as we plant this up, this won't look very good. But as it starts to look and grow, the wheat starts to grow, then that's when it would start looking a lot nicer. So hopefully it doesn't take too long for it to grow. And I can just change the tick speed for it to grow faster. So that is probably something that I might do. So for now, this bit can easily be irrigated. Let's expand it off this way as well. And then we've got to start planting it all as well. And I can continue expanding this as time goes on, because there's no point expanding what we can't plant right now. And right now we can plant another 7 seeds, I believe it is. Yeah, I've got 7 seeds. So that is not much at all. Obviously, we can harvest this stuff here. That is something we're going to have to stop. So I will build some bridges in here as well. So let's start off by just 21 seeds is what we have for now. So let's start off with the 21 seeds we have. And see how this is going to go. I do need to build the bridges across the waterways, which will hopefully look pretty cool once I've done them. I hope. If not, they might look terrible. And it may have been a really bad mistake. But anyway, let's till this bit. And just plant as much of this up as possible. That is everything we can plant for now. So that is literally all we can plant right now. So let's go over and actually start working on the storage room is what I want to work on. So let's level out some more of this ground. And then we're going to have to go get some more tuff. That is for certain. And see what else we need to get. I think we'll need to get some more mangrove. And maybe some deep slate. I might get some deep slate as well. Just to add to the roof to make it look that little bit better. But I don't know. I'll see what I think when I test it out later. For now, let's just go get some more tuff alongside this stuff. And I've got to design a sort of wall that will follow out around the house to where we're going to be. And I've got a sort of idea of what I'm going to build. But I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet. Hopefully it ends up looking quite nice. I do have a vision for this starter house to sort of turn it sort of into a small castle sort of thing. As I mentioned with the courtyard idea. And this will be the main house and then have it go wrap around. And how much space do we have back here? Because obviously the river cuts through this mountain. As you can see here. So we have a decent amount of space. We can make it a cliffside. Ooh. It will become a cliffside sort of castle. That could be very cool. When we do actually eventually do that. So that might be a really good idea. But for now, I think we start off by building out the wall. And then clear off the land that we'll do for the actual house. So I'm going to go get some more tuff. And I think maybe if I get a water bucket, I can see if I can try MLG this. It probably won't go well. There's probably no point. Oh, God. You know, thank goodness there was a river there. Because I probably would have died in that height, wouldn't I? That was probably 23 blocks. I might have died there. Now, one thing you guys might notice, I don't know. I do have a soundscape add-on on just to make everything sound a little bit nicer. And I don't know if I have a splash effect. This pack might have a splash effect. I don't know. Let's see. It does not. There are some packs that do splash effects to their games, but I don't think this is one of them. So, I don't think you guys have seen inside this cave yet. But anyway, let's go get some tough. The good thing about this forever world is the fact that I have full control over it, and it's actually starting to give me a few ideas on how I can make it more of my own world, because I've just been watching a few videos as I was resource gathering and expanding this farm. I have turned the tick speed up to 50 for now. Yeah, this isn't going to be forever because this does really lag my game quite a lot sometimes. The PS5 should be able to handle it, but it does get bad once this gets bigger. But I have put this up to 50 for now, just while we build up this farm and make it decorational. But I was watching a few other creators with their Minecraft Forever worlds, and it is definitely looking like the new 100 days sort of style. So, hang on. How big do I want this? I want this to be 5 across. So let's build this here. Yeah, I just had to plan that out, guys. It is definitely becoming sort of like the new 100 days thing, at least for smaller creators. I haven't yet seen a massive famous creator jump in on this trend right now. I know Whip did. He did a video talking about how to start one, but I haven't seen a big YouTuber start their own massive forever world yet. So this is a pretty good prime time for people to start their forever worlds and to start their YouTube journeys on the forever world, which is something I want to talk to you guys about. I did originally try to make it its own individual video, but it felt like something that shouldn't be its own video and rather should be part of one of the Forever World videos. And I thought may as well do episode 2 because I've now started thinking about it. How much further do I want this to go? But the biggest way that I found, the best way to break out of the famous Minecraft 2-week phase, which is probably the thing that's holding a lot of you guys back from starting your own Forever World. The best way to destroy that phase and to break out of it is to do what I'm doing right now. Create your Forever World and create YouTube videos out of it. Now, you might want to hear me out when I say this, because I know a lot of people think that YouTube is really competitive. You don't really need to succeed at YouTube to be able to break out of the 2-week phase. I mean, look at my channel. I've still not reached monetization. This has still yet to really give me any sort of financial gain whatsoever. In fact, this channel is currently in debt from the microphone and my editing software. But ever since I started this channel, my Minecraft worlds have lasted a lot longer. I had, before this channel started, I would be restarting my worlds every couple of days. I wouldn't even make it to the 2 weeks. I wouldn't even make it to killing the Ender Dragon before I gave up and moved on. Because I was always obsessed with the building element of the game. And what I'd do is I'd do what we're doing right now, get the starting bit done, and then see these other ideas on YouTube and suddenly want to add that to my own world. And that's what always held me back from actually sticking to one world. And especially towards the time that I actually started this channel was also the time where my quality of builds really started to skyrocket because I decided to start taking more time in my actual builds. So what I do, I remember there was one world, the world before I started this channel right here, was one that was going to be sort of like a kingdom. And I built this very modern house. And I had this very nice starting area all done. And then suddenly I found a channel, DallasMed65, who is definitely the person who inspired me to start my channel, and is the person who's probably got probably my biggest inspiration for the Minecraft Forever world. He doesn't call it a forever world, but it is. He's had it for over a decade now, I'm pretty sure. And when I saw his builds, I started trying to replicate them myself. And obviously, when I did that, my build started to really start picking up steam. And that made me restart my world again, because I wanted to do a world where I could really show my building skill and not have to have any bad builds on it at all. Now, did this give me... Oh, it did not give me less seeds. It gave me an extra stack, right. But obviously, I had to restart because I didn't want any of the bad builds that I'd done before on that world. So that is when I started on the 17th of September 2023. Not 2023, 2022, sorry. Yeah, it was 2022. The channel is 2.5 years old, I believe. I started Let's Play Minecraft Season 1, which obviously wasn't the Forever World, because that, as you may guess from the fact that I called it Season 1, it ended well over a year ago now. And well over 2 years ago now. Wow. It has been 2 years. I stopped that world in 2023. Wow. But obviously that wasn't the Forever World. But what it did is, because I was creating YouTube videos on the world, it started building an audience. It wasn't massive, and not many people really liked the world, and I didn't really like it either. But I kept uploading because I felt accountable to do so, because I thought that the audience enjoyed it. And that is how I broke out of the Minecraft 2-week phase. It was by building an audience, because what you guys effectively do to my Minecraft worlds is you make me feel accountable to continue uploading, to show you what's happened and why certain things are happening. And that's the best way, in my opinion, to break the 2-week phase. Because, as I said, up until Let's Play Minecraft Season 1, my world would last a matter of days. And then Season 1 lasted from September 2022 to around March 2023. And then after that came Emerald County, which you guys who are regular viewers might think I have quit, but I haven't. I still work on that world off camera. I just haven't made a video on it for ages. And I know that is pretty bad. That is one of the things holding me accountable too. Because I do want to make a video on it, but I just don't know how to make the video. I've got so many ideas, but I just don't know how to make the videos. And then, of course, we have this world here, which will hopefully last longer than Emerald County, longer than any world I've ever done before, and will just go on forever. And yeah, that is the best way to break out of the Minecraft 2-week phase. You don't need any of these big tips, in my opinion. The stuff of like, don't set goals, set certain goals. Every creator tells you something different about how to break out of the 2-week phase. But to be honest, I think they always leave out the best tip, which is create YouTube videos. Probably because it adds competition to them, to be honest. That is the reason they do it, because they don't want to end up in competition with people they advised. But that is, in my opinion, the best way. And you don't need anything fancy to do it. You don't need to be the next Mr. Beast. You don't need to make the next 1 billion view video, the next massive Minecraft trend. You don't need to be like Luke Notable and start the entire 100 days trend because you wanted to. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is have Minecraft for one, and have a way of screen recording, a way of recording your audio. You don't even need audio, to be honest. You can just do long plays. And of course, you need YouTube. But if you're watching this, I can assume you already have that because this is a YouTube video. And that is literally all you need. And that can really break the 2-week phase. That's how it did for me. And don't worry if your videos are absolutely terrible. Go on my channel page, go back to my oldest video, and try watch the first minute of Start of a Great Adventure Let's Play Minecraft Season 1. Because I can guarantee you, you're going to struggle to get through the first 2 minutes of that video. Because it is absolutely terrible. And that is one of the things that YouTube does. You don't have to be perfect straight away. No YouTuber has ever started perfect. I mean, even look at like Mr. Beast, his first videos were Minecraft videos. Those weren't perfect. No one was perfect at the start. So just do it. And the 2-week phase would just go away. As soon as you start seeing an audience, even if it is just a couple hundred subscribers like what I've got, as soon as you have that audience, as soon as you have at least one audience member who is constantly asking you where your next video is, then you start feeling accountable and you know you have to record. And while that does sometimes make YouTube feel like work, it does sometimes make Minecraft feel like work, as long as you remember to put yourself above the viewers sometimes, then you will be fine. And that is how I've done it. I have, with this world especially, when the first episode of Forever World at the start of the week was a massive risk, because I had no idea how you guys would respond to a longer form Minecraft video because you've been so used to Emerald County. But fortunately, it paid off. So you've got to take risks, you've got to build an audience, and then you can actually start to really shape a Minecraft world. Now, for those of you who don't actually want to do that, who don't want to do YouTube, there are still a few other ideas that you can go with. I did make a video on this last year about ways you can break out of the 2-week phase. And I believe, and you can watch it, it's probably in the top right of your screen right now if I remember to add the info card. But what you've got to remember is, I think, before we build the tower, let's just put in some dirt, actually. Let's put in some more terraforming. What you've got to remember is Minecraft is a sandbox game at the end of the day. You can play however you like. Now, as you can see, I'm building this Forever World pretty vanilla, but I've put the soundscapes and I've also obviously put in the realistic biomes add-on pack. And that's what's really good at Bedrock recently. They've brought in add-on packs. Some people always play with mods, and that's fine. Some people will always play creative. Some people play peaceful. Some have keep inventory on. It doesn't matter as long as it's what you're comfortable with and you know that that is where you're going to get the most fun out of Minecraft again, then do that. And also add goals to your worlds as well. You don't have to add goals like make it to 1,000 days, find Netherite. I don't mean that sort of goal, because that's very standard, and as soon as you achieve that, it will probably fall apart. What I mean is, if there's one element of Minecraft that you're not exactly brilliant at, and you want to improve on, make that your goal. Like Emerald County has now gone, when I started it, it was a world to really improve my builds. And as you can see, that worked. And now it's moving on to a world where I'm really trying to home in on, rather than Minecraft, and this is the good thing to go through if you take my YouTuber advice, is actually now the world to improve my content rather than my actual videos, rather than my actual worlds. But I will be doing some redstone in that world as well, as that is something that I am very bad at. And I don't aim to be the next Mumbo Jumbo or anything, but I do want to start getting a little bit better at that at least, and I don't want that to go there. I want that to go here. So that's what Emerald County is now going to be, and also aiming to improve my videos, everything like that. Well, this world, I'm aiming on improving my, the performance of my channel, because it was completely dead before yesterday when I uploaded that video, and 2, to improve the cinematography of my videos. As you can see from the last episode, I did really focus on creating more of a relaxed sort of world, and I really love that video, guys. I think it's one of the best videos I've ever made, just because of, not because of like the editing, it's nothing massive, it's nothing substantial, but that's why it's my most favorite video, because it's so simple, and simplicity on YouTube has been very much lost, in my opinion, ever since like Mr. Beast became massive, and then obviously Luke the Notable brought in the 100 days trend. YouTube has become very much the place where everybody starts to focus on the massive sort of appeal of the video. Like I said in the last episode, creators like a Cookie God, I'm not slandering them or anything. They're massive stuff like building diamond factories, bedrock factories, and obviously SB737 going to 10,000 days. I can't really do that, and a lot of you guys can't do that either. And that's unfortunately what YouTube has become. So if you are going to start YouTube, don't hold yourself to be the next Mr. Beast in your first video. Hold yourself to be yourself, because what I am seeing a lot of recently on YouTube, especially in the Minecraft space with the rise of the Forever World, there's this idea that people want to go backwards on YouTube, to go away from the large corporate entities that sort of run the entire space, the massive, like, requiring editors, everything like that. And they want to go back to more of a relaxed 2014 style YouTube, where it is just the creator, maybe a few of their friends, not them having massive teams of script writers, editors, really high grade 4K cameras, because that's not what's needed. That's what's happening in YouTube now. So this is probably the best time to actually start a YouTube channel, to actually jump in to the game, because there's a massive rise in creators doing simplistic videos, and there's a massive rise in people watching more simplistic videos. And if you want proof, look at yourself. What are you doing right now? You aren't watching a massive, I built a mega mansion in 30 days. You're watching someone on his small Minecraft Forever world ranting about the current space of YouTube with some Minecraft music over the top. That is proof that YouTube can still be about that simplicity. And that is what you really need to add to your world to succeed. That is not close enough. I'm going to expand this water out a bit. Let's just move it over to here. There we go. So yeah, if you do want to start a YouTube video and you want to start a channel to break out that 2-week phase, that is definitely the best way to do it, in my opinion, because YouTube has never been more accessible, in my opinion, because obviously you've got the massive creators that still dominate the algorithms, but, and I don't want to get too technical into this, because obviously quite a lot of you might not want to start a YouTube channel. It's not for everyone, I agree. But the algorithm has changed in recent months to start promoting smaller channels a lot more than it's ever done before in the past. And also, of course, there's the new waves of people coming in to actually build a newer world. The world's not a newer world. To actually build sort of like the more relaxed space on YouTube. It is massive now. So I really recommend, if you want to break your 2-week phase, create YouTube videos. And that would be the best way to really break through. And then who knows, eventually one day you might even be able to make Minecraft your job. It will be hard. Trust trust me, I've been doing this for 2.5 years and I'm still waiting for any sort of game. But you will still fall in love with Minecraft even more. You'll see it more as something that you can really show your passion for and really start to focus on the world. And then that will really start to show off not only in your videos, but also in your Minecraft worlds. As soon as you start to realize that there's people who are going to be watching your world, looking at what you do, and expecting a certain level maybe, then your world is set. Because as soon as I realized people were watching my world, is as soon as I start, is literally the same time that I built probably one of the most detailed builds I've ever done in the form of the EDF headquarters in my main world. So yeah, make sure to start a YouTube video. This rant has gone on for a very long time. I did not mean to make this segment 20 minutes long at all. But anyway, I'm going to replant this bit here, and then we can go and start working on our tower. Is the shape of the circle that we are going to use. It is a 15 wide circle, I believe. If you do want to rebuild this, because obviously if you are following along this series and you do want to rebuild this, there is loads of circle generators online that you can use for Minecraft. Just put in the width 15 and this should come out as the perfect size for everything that we're going to be building. But anyway, I think we're going to start off by building the wall, and the way I want this to go is maybe to go inwards as we go up. So say we go up 1 story to here where the building goes, and then another one where it goes inwards again, and then one more before putting on the roof, I think, just to make it look really, really cool. Either that or it is going to look absolutely atrocious. But anyway, I'm going to start off by just adding a little bit of detail to parts of this build. Obviously, we don't need the inner blocks. I only placed these in so I could actually see what I was building. But I'll probably remove them later, just so we get that little bit more space inside of the build. And also, I want to get some tough blocks, don't I? So, where's regular tough gone? And I really wish that Wandering Trader would leave, because he's just walking around and getting in the way a lot. So where's the regular tough gone? It's probably in the other chest, isn't it? There's the regular tough. And we now have a lot of wheat. So I will be detailing that farm at a later date off camera. Or we could do it after we've built the storage room. I'll see how long this video has become, because I feel like that little rant about YouTube may have just accidentally pushed us a little bit too far in the length of this video, but it doesn't really matter. So I think for now I'll just detail the front of it, because obviously we're going to be building the pretty small courtyard actually, if we do end up building a courtyard in here, because it's going to be about this big. So that might not be great. I might have to move this a little bit. I don't know. Will I have to move this? Because I think that is... I'm going to have to move the circle. Damn it. I'm going to have to move that now, because that's the size of that courtyard is just going to be way too small for what I want. And I do really want to build that courtyard idea, because I think it'd be a really cool idea. That also means I have to excavate more of this mountain, which is just excellent. So I'm going to have to clear this all back out, and then I will start working on exactly how this tower is going to look. because I think it can look pretty cool. So let's just see how far further I want this to go. I think if we build it out to here, because I want this wall to be long but not too long, if you know what I mean. And I think, will that be big enough, or do we want it longer? I think that should be big enough. So let's start by building... I'm really sorry, I might have to kill this guy to get him out. Oh, moss though. I really want some moss blocks. But I don't want it right now. I want moss for a later build. I want that for the enchantment room. But these guys are just going to keep getting in the way, so I might have to kill them. I don't want to, but I might have to. And also, terraform. We're going to have to terraform the area a little bit. So, let's get started with the tower again. It's really annoying I have to move it. That is really quite annoying. Where's the dirt? There it is. Okay, that is broken now. So, as you can see, the farm has been expanded quite a bit. And you can just about see around the corner, I have also finished the tower. And I think this house is now looking very, very cool. I really love how it's going to look. Obviously, I'm going to add a little bit more detailing to it. Probably put some more leaves around the top of the tower. And I don't know how I feel about its roof right now. I think I might change it at a later date. Let me just move the microphone over to the correct spot. So I might change it again. I'm not sure. I haven't furnished inside yet, but I have started working on the lighting. As you can see, we have the lanterns coming through here. And this bit down here will be the storage unit. As you can see, I think it's already pretty clear where the storage is going to go. Obviously, you have some along this side, along here, on all three sides, because that side's the main entrance way. And then up here, there might be some more chests along the sides, but I might want to change this into something different at a later date. I'm not too sure. But where we're going to put the next ones, because I am going to build 2 more of these to bring in that courtyard idea that I was talking about. Obviously, this mountain has to be cleared, but that will allow us to build the next one. I'm going to see how far along it will allow us to go. I might have to do some terraforming on the edge of this mountain just to get to the next turret over here. But I think having the next one right on this cliff face will be very, very cool. And then we can maybe build a bridge over to a large mining cave facility in the side of this mountain at a later date. That could be a very cool idea, actually. I think I might do that. So what I'm just going to do is get some wood, get back into the house, hopefully. Get some wood and place down the chests. I'm going to have to move all this stuff, probably off camera, because you can see there's a lot of stuff to actually move. So that'll be quite a tedious job that I don't have to do right now. Let me just get some wood. We don't want too many chests, to be honest. I know I did say we're going to use chests, but I'm also planning on using, what's it called? Barrels as well, and other ways of storage, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And also, because chests technically count as entities, I'm pretty sure, it does just add lag to the game. So these will eventually be barrels, but I don't think it'll be too bad, at least right now, with just the starter base. But when we go on to build the main storage unit later on, then it will probably need to be changed around a little bit. So we've got some of the stuff going in there, but I think that'll probably be it for episode 2 of the Forever World. I am absolutely loving... Oh, it's very cloudy. I am absolutely loving this world right now, guys, and I really hope you guys are as well. This is definitely going to go on forever, as I've already said. But let's finish off in the wheat field with the sunset, because I just think that'll be very beautiful end to the video. So if you guys did enjoy this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. As I said, I absolutely love this series, and it will be going on forever. I've got some massive plans for this world that I can't wait to show you guys. But anyway, guys, I've been Emerald Lord, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.